Chuck is another caller from Chicago. Chuck, you're up on the Savage Nation. Go ahead, please.
Your distorted and actually false depictions of Hispanic people really indicate that it's you who's trying to foment racial unrest.
So in other words, it's I who threw rocks at the police in Arizona?
If there were rocks thrown at the police in Arizona, they were thrown by some people. Just as you cautioned that...
Some people? Wait a minute, sir. I can tell by your voice that you're full of crap. You don't even know what you're talking about because your local news will not show you the footage of the riots going on in Arizona. So before you start making accusations, you better get all the facts. I'm sure you think the Tea Parties are full of racists, is that correct?
First of all, it's you and who needs the facts. You're almost wrong about everything that you say.
Yeah, right, okay. I'm almost wrong, but I have the show and you're an unknown, unemployed big mouth in Chicago with nothing to do but listen to talk radio in the afternoon.
Why don't you let me talk? You know why?
What is it that you do for a living? Let me ask you something. Do you have a job?
Yeah, I'm an academic.
Oh, I figured so. Great. So in other words, you're a public servant, and you live on the dole. You never held a private job in your life. You never produced a product or a service that anybody actually needed. Instead, you lord it over students, and if they don't listen to you, what do? Give them a D?
Debate me instead of using your...
I am not your student, sir, so don't try to talk down to me because I'll eat you up like a bonbon. You're now facing a real man. You don't face real men in your academic environment. So let's start with the facts. Now, show me where I'm wrong, factually. Let's put aside all of the argument. Where am I wrong?
We'll begin with the fact. Do you want to do it concerning Hispanics, or do you want to do it concerning any one of the many errors that you constantly
Well, let's talk about illegal immigration. Let's deal with something that's non-racial. Let's talk about illegal immigration. What do you know about the subject?
I know way more than you do. Now, first of all,
I asked you what you know, so let's start with what you know. What percentage... Wait a minute. What percentage of people in prison are illegal immigrants?
The percentage is not 1/3, as you frequently bring up.
Yes, it is 1/3. Yes, it is 1/3. What are you going to tell me? No, none of our prisoners are here illegally?
No, that doesn't mean that it's not 1/3. It's 1/3 of federal prisoners.
So it is 1/3 of federal prisoners. That's correct. And what did they do to get into federal prison? What crimes did they commit? generally don't listen, you only talk. I said, is Obama trying to spark a race war? That's a little different, is it not?
And who would be the participants in this race war?
Well, I don't know. Let's see what Obama said, and maybe you can answer it yourself. He said, I think a lot of white men are leaving Obama in droves, according to what I read. He didn't say that, but do you know what Obama said? He said, it will be up to each of you to make sure that the young people, African Americans, Latinos, and women who powered our victory in '08 stand together once again. So he left out white men. Why would Obama have done that?
Well, again, I'm not sure what the context of that conversation is, and that isn't really what the issue is here. I don't think that you could extract from that comment that he is turning his back on all white men. And I think that you would fixate on something like that as more indicative of you than anything
I think
else.
you're fixating on Hispanic people, aren't you? You're the one who said Hispanic people over and over again. I said white male once.
Do you really think it is not rational or pertinent to talk about Hispanic people, given what your subject is here?
Well, what are you saying? Well, what is it that you're saying about Hispanic people? I still haven't heard it.
Let me start once again. I am saying that your frequent distortion of facts and illogical depiction of arguments would seem to foment racial unrest. And it's
Okay, so what is it that's illogical in what I've said?
The extraction of
That 1 out of 3 prisoners in federal lockup are illegal immigrants. We agreed on that. Is that correct? So where's the distortion? We both agreed that it's 1 out of 3. It's 30% of federal prisoners are illegal aliens.
And you usually present that as 1 out of 3 prisoners. You never use the qualifier in federal prisons. As you're aware...
All right, well, now you agree that it's in federal prisons. It's probably much higher in local prisons.
No,
Probably much higher in county prisons. So why are so many hospitals closing along the border with Mexico? Isn't it because the illegal immigrants have utilized services to which they're not entitled?
Listen, you simple-minded fraud.
Oh, in other words, I got you. Now you're reverting like Gordon Brown to the rat you really are. You see, you started using bad names, you bum. I nailed you to a cross. I paid the children to sit in your class, you bum. I'd like to rat bum you. You should be thrown out of the university. You should give your job to an illegal alien, you rat bum you. I'll be back.
Savage.